a really great time, and it's also a really great learning experience. Really the best of both worlds. You come here not knowing anything. You don't know what to expect, you're scared, you're nervous, and you get here and it's life-changing.
Youth in Government is a great way to break yourself out of a shell.
This program opens up so many new doors for you. I came into high school not wanting to do anything with politics, and now I'm looking into being a lawyer. There's nothing else like it.
Youth in Government is a program that teaches kids the opportunity of the democratic process through mock sessions. It gives the students the actual opportunity to use the state capitol buildings, to get to feel, act, and see what it's like to be part of government.
Are you guys excited for registration?
This is the most boring part of the conference.
No, sleeping.
What's
is the
exciting
most
about
boring part.
registration?
It's when you get to see everyone that you haven't seen in a year.
Participants of this program get to learn about the three branches of government: the judicial, the legislative, and the executive branches.
Hello delegates, welcome. I'd like to congratulate you all for being here today. I'm sure that you guys have worked really hard to be here and to make it to this conference. For legislative people, I encourage you all to debate this weekend. Here is where you're allowed to develop your voice, that you can speak up and let your opinions be heard. Do not let that go. You have to make sure that you take a stand on your opinion. As to the judicial, I wish you the best of luck on your cases, especially for those of you who are first years. And I wish you all the best of luck for the entire weekend. I hope you have a really great time. This is definitely going to be one for the books, as it's the 75th year anniversary. So best of luck to you all.
We're going to break off into smaller groups for today. So really start now.
They have the opportunity to argue case law, propose legislation, and to learn about all the political aspects that go on in our state government.
AL 40. Okay. Require all police officers in New York State to carry and be properly trained to use tasers. What was our verdict on that?
Bill number AF 27, enact to amend Article 31, Section 1193 of the New York State Vehicle and Traffic Law Penalty Statutes.
An act to change the drinking age in bars to 18 for beer and 21 for hard liquor.
There's parliamentary procedure. First you start out with the chair.
Anytime before you speak, you must thank the chair.
Thank you, Sir Chair.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Sir Chair.
Thank you, Sir Chair.
Good catch. Good catch.
The order in which you present your bills. So that goes opening statements, technical questions, con-pro debate, closing statements. There's lobbyists that actually comes after opening statements. In here right now, this is almost like a learning session. So if you make a mistake, don't worry about it.
The American Journal of Sports Medicine reported 79 U.S. soccer-related deaths in children 2 to 18 years of age from 1990 to 2003, and the most popular sport in the USA, football, has resulted in 300 deaths in the U.S. over a 24-year period. During a similar time span, mixed martial arts has experienced only 2 deaths worldwide. The benefits of permitting mixed martial arts in the state of New York are clearly evident.
Do you guys remember that thing I told you in the beginning? A person who represents themselves has a fool for a client? Why do people say that? You should always get an outside opinion, right?
Get to know your firm, that's all cool, and start talking about ways you can help out each other. I was actually just talking to them. Good thing you guys might be able to work on is to help each other put together good notes on all the case law, like definitions of things that would be helpful, like the probable cause, what defines custody, what the standard for proving voluntariness is, etc.
One of my favorite youth in government memories would have to be debating in the Senate this past year. Someone was debating, they were speaking on an issue that I wasn't necessarily for, but the way they were saying it was so articulate that I almost had to change the side that I was on.
My name is Logan Murphy. I'm this year's Chief Justice. Ecstatic to call this 2011 conference officially to order.
Take a deep breath. Exhale. It's here. Welcome to the 75th Youth in Government Conference. I wonder how many times you're going to hear that phrase this weekend. For all you Youth in Government veterans, welcome back. And for all you first years, welcome to what I'm sure will be the most productive, rewarding, and indescribable experiences of your young adult life. Henry Ford once said, "There is no greater happiness than in the realization that we have accomplished something." I challenge every single one of you to leave your mark on this monumental conference. Youth in Government is not only a chance to participate in current events, debate bills, and argue cases. It is also an opportunity to develop as a person and form close relationships with peers who share a common passion. I now have another distinct honor of introducing to you your 2010-2011 presiding officer team. All the other delegates at the conference to please rise with me. Now repeat after me. I state your name. Swear to protect the vested interests of the citizens of New York State and the Constitution of New York State and the United States of America. As state your position to conduct wisely and fairly in this 2011 Youth in Government program in New York State. So help me God.
Youth in government is without a doubt the single greatest learning experience that you could ever get. The intensity of learning legislation, learning appellate case law, learning Robert's rules, debating, public speaking, teamwork, friendship, long, hard working hours, knowledge on topics and issues and laws that even second-year law students don't have, is the most remarkable thing that any teen could be able to experience.
This bill stands against not only New York's values, but American values. The idea that of saying to somebody who works more than who makes more than $85,000 a year, all right, you make enough money, you can't work any harder, you can't strive to succeed. My grandfather immigrated, escaping tyranny in Cuba, escaping from the communists, and came here and worked as hard as he could. He strove for the American dream. He chased that dream. He worked as much as he could for the good of himself and for his family. and he ended up living a happy life because of it. And it was because he could work as much as he wanted. The idea of him being told that, okay, you make enough money now, you can't work any harder, that's it, you're done, it's not fair, I can't even imagine. Thank you.
I'm a strong favor of this bill because colleges cost thousands, and if money is wasted and they're not working, then no money is being put into the economy from them. People with a salary of over $85,000 or more are already making a comfortable lifestyle, and it's unfair that people who are qualified have no work while they receive surplus money. There are no restrictions currently on the cap of the money they can make, so favoritism can play into employment, and if we don't cap this issue, then it will continue to be an issue. So we helping the wounded economy and young adults of America if we pass this bill. The American dreams are crushed if you're staying unemployed simply because other people are working overtime hours and you have absolutely no job.
A lot of the times as teens we tend to complain about what's right and what's wrong and what's bothering us, but we often feel that we don't have the opportunity to voice our opinion and make a difference. And if you feel that way, you think government's the place for you. Basically, you can just come here, and it's probably one of the only places in the state that I feel that teens are actually given the opportunity to come speak about what's important to them without any censorship, just making sure that they have the opportunity to make a difference.
What is the leading cause of cervical cancer? We should be focusing on the root cause of these diseases and preventing that before we force girls to take this vaccination that they might need.
I began my freshman year, I really wasn't that interested in the club, and I actually didn't really want to come here in the first place. But coming here, it made me realize how great of a program it truly is. And then the next year was much more interested, and I wanted to get involved, and then the year after that I was a committee chair. And now finally this year I'm an elected PO, and I know that being a PO and being in a leadership position this year, I'm looking forward to allow that to help me expand on being a leader later on in life, and it'll like teach me through doing.
Good morning. May it please the court, my name is Grace Kokovinsky, and this is my co-counsel, Kevin Faracasio. We're the respondents representing the state of New York and the state of New York versus Raimundi. On February 22nd, Raimundi was working a volunteer YMCA event. When the event got canceled, he was extremely agitated and angry. Raimundi would like to use claim of right as a defense to this, but you cannot use claim of right for a charge of robbery.
By extending our school year of near 20 days, we are giving our students the opportunity to have access to the education that they deserve.
The effectiveness of this program is there, so we cannot deny that.
One of my favorite memories of youth in government would be for the first time just going into the chambers in the Capitol building. Like my first 2 years I was in the Senate, and then last year and this year I'll be in the Assembly chambers, and just being able to be in such a historical place with such rich history would it was just so mind-blowing at how beautiful they were and how much they meant to our society as government.
My favorite part of the program is seeing delegates all across the state. We share a common interest in the diverse regional diversity of students that come in and just sharing different experiences and seeing the different pieces of legislation that they're coming up with. I mean, legislation from upstate is completely different from legislation that is coming in from the city on Rhode Island. So it's pretty interesting to see that.
One of my favorite memories was probably the first time I debated, because I was never really that outspoken, and I just kind of got up and said what I had to say and expressed my opinions, and it was really cool because it changed, and then I was debating so much. So
It's life-changing, like very life-changing. Even like the whole year leading up to your first Desmond conference, like it's not, you don't even expect it. Like when you get here, it's a totally different feel. You have no idea what the assembly is going to be like. You have no idea what the hotel is going to be like, and you have no idea the type of people you're going to meet. It's actually really amazing.
And I would like to thank you all for your support in these past 6 years. It's been the best past 6 years of my life.
Head lobbyist, Nicholas Meliotis.
Editor-in-Chief for the 2011-2012 year, Hannah Reed.
Your next Chief Justice, Miss Haley Orr.
Your 2012 Youth Governor, Miss Paige. But I guess all good things have to come to an end.
Alright.
Okay, go ahead.
So, what are your names?
My name is Kyle Imperator, and I am Speaker of Assembly Liberty.
My name is Kelsey Mensch, and I'm Deputy Speaker of Assembly Liberty.
Just a cowboy.
All right.
Alright.
I didn't even pull the trigger. I just like.
Alright.
Oh.
So,
Oh, sorry.
what is a favorite memory you have of youth and government?
I'd have to say my favorite memory wasn't even at the actual conference. It was actually at Greenkill in November.
Yes, definitely.
It was more of a judicial day, so legislative kind of had the day off, and we got to go to the gym and play volleyball. And we broke up into teams, and let's just say some people aren't that fantastic at volleyball, and it just provided a lot of entertainment.
We were MVPs.
We were the best on
We
the
were
team.
the best. We
were the
wiped
best.
them out.
It was very entertaining, and
About
I
what
just have to say it was a big time for us to bond as POs and get to know each other, and it really helped us actually work as a team
really
later
did,
on,
yeah.
because we really worked very efficiently this year, I feel like, and I feel like that had a big part in it.
I completely agree.
Same memory for you?
Memory? Well, I can always go back to that one fateful memory. My 9th grade year in youth and government, 11 of us pile onto an elevator with our luggage, expecting to go down to dinner, and the alarm goes off halfway between the floors, and there's this blaring red light, and we're all scared for our lives. And yeah, we got stuck in an elevator. I guess it probably wasn't a good idea to bring like 350 pounds of people onto an elevator, more than that. 200, I don't know. It probably wasn't a good idea to put that many people on an elevator, and we had to open the doors, like pry them open, and like climb down back onto the. It was scary. It was scary, but it got me acquainted with the Desmond, and I'm gonna miss it when I leave.
Don't start talking about that. I'm gonna start crying.
I have a question for Kyle. How do you manage to work with this unique human being?
All right, you know what, Raul?
Honestly, I've known Adelaide for quite some time now, and
I'm playing that in a show.
It's we bicker constantly, and it helps you. It's much like a marriage, except for the fact that we don't live with each other, thank God. But you get to become more intimate with a person.
He loves me. He does, and we love each other. We've been best friends for 5 years now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So we've gotten pretty close over the years. So.
I've dealt.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure dealing with you is a lot harder.
Okay, I disagree.
This is a blooper, right? This is
This is a blooper.
Shots for you left.
Corruption. No, I'm kidding. We're very nice to each other. We love each other. We're one happy family.
One big happy
There are
family?
some that we do not love as much as others. But for the most part, we get along, and we're me and Kelsey.
Deep down, I'll be sentimental because he won't. Deep down, we really do all love each other. We're really I'm gonna cry on Sunday when this is all over. I'm gonna be a disaster, but.
And like I said, I love Kyle. He's great.
Even MJ said.
Okay, I may love Kelsey. We love each other.
We do really love each other, son. It's a P.O. bond. You can't break it. Can't break it.
Are we done acting?
So, ready?